Our next destination is only 40 kilometers from Tena, the Grand Selva Lodge. It's a large property right in the jungle and belongs to Karin from Austria and her Ecuadorian husband, Roberto. They offer rooms, camping and a variety of tours, most of which we do whilst we're there.
Not easy to get around Puerto Napo. We had to backtrack quite a bit because this is not a car bridge, it's just a pedestrian bridge. Sharp corner here. We're trying to get out into the jungle again to the Grand Selva Lodge. I think these are all papaya trees. It's a cultivated area. We're still on the way to Grand Selva Lodge and we are passing a quite narrow bridge here. That might be actually where the boats are going down into the river. Oh, we're almost there. We can already see the sign of the Grand Selva Lodge and we just got passed by a local bus. We're right on the river here. That's nice. Looks peaceful. It was only a kilometer on the dirt road here. Not too bad. Always nice. Can you get through?
Just hope that door doesn't start swinging.
No, it's okay. So, welcome back to the jungle. This is a rather big lodge. We just got to the lodge. Thank God we're parked under the roof. Big storm just came over. So, we're kind of wet on inside. But we could open our skylight, which is perfect. We have the back door slightly open to get a breeze.
It's rainforest rain.
Yeah, and we can completely open our sliding door, which is perfect.
We can't hear each other and we have to shout.
Because it's not stopping. It's torrential rain. This is the pool after the rain, the quiet after the storm. There's our perfect spot under the roof, just in front of the pool.
We found the Grand Selva Lodge on iOverlander and camping costs $10 a day. It's a really great spot right in the jungle near Puerto Misawai. The lodge was built almost 30 years ago by Karin and Roberto. They own around 300 hectares of jungle and are dedicated to keep it preserved and eco-friendly.
So we're getting ready for a night tour.
It is
1.5 hours. We've got the sexy boots on again. And a head torch. And we get 2 French guys, I think, coming along with us.
Oh,
We have a baby tarantula.
wow. Hola, hola Pinto. Junior, our guide, catches a baby pink-toed tarantula. It has a rather short lifespan compared to other tarantulas, averaging between 7 to 12 years, with females typically living longer than males. Bites are somewhat uncommon, and even for a South American species, the pink-toed's venom is quite mild. It feeds on a variety of prey, like grasshoppers, crickets, roaches, flying insects, and even small lizards and frogs. Tarantulas hunt at night and rely on their large size to subdue prey.
Oh, it's soft.
¿Y si es más grande, es venenoso o...?
Ya, mucho más venenoso.
Okay. So, con los bebés estamos bien.
Sí, muy bien.
Möchtest du mal, Helen?
Nee, nicht wirklich.
¿Tú?
No.
Ya.
There's a snake in the water.
Venomous?
Venenoso ya. Esta serpiente es muy venenosa, lo cual es una bota.
Potros.
Yeah.
Very, very poisonous. It's only, what, 40 centimeters long?
Podemos fijar. Oui.
Eats the baby tilapias that are also in there.
It also comes to land, so hopefully it's not visiting us in the motorhome. This is another snake. It's the head of the
Muy
snake.
grande.
On voit juste la tête.
Ah oui, je vois.
Okay. Wow.
Y grande es como 1 metro, 2 metros.
1,5 metros tiene.
Y es venenoso también.
Yes. Súper venenoso.
Oh yeah.
Et
Oh la vache.
comida
yeah.
pescado.
Yeah.
Il a ça, il a mangé un poisson.
Ouais, il vient de manger un poisson là. Il a sorti sa tête. Il a pêché le poisson.
Yeah.
Et il bouge plus.
Yeah, muy rápida.
Blanco.
Ya.
¿Y cómo se llama?
Esta es una serpiente cabeza de pato.
Cabeza de pato.
Ya. La cabeza tiene como un pato.
Oh, yeah. Looks like a catfish. Oh yeah, she's moving back.
Bye bye.
They don't know. They're not worried about the thing.
No, they're not at all.
Ya.
Termitas.
Junia is just showing us all the termites on his hand. Oh. ¿Y no pican o
Comida
algo?
de...
No?
Árbol.
There's a chameleon there.
¿Sí lo ven?
¿Y cambia de color?
Cambia
Sí.
de color, ya.
Wow, it's a chameleon. Yeah. You can see how big it is. You can see the size of it. And it has exactly the same color as the wall.
No, para hacer té.
You can see the feet.
Para mosquitos
This is a scorpion spider. That is amazing. ¿Es venenoso?
No.
No.
Este spider es ciego, no tiene ojos.
Oh,
De-
it jumped.
detecta el...
Más grande antena.
Ya.
It's not...
Wow, it has really large
Sí, las
antlers.
antenas, ahí está tanteando.
Wow, it's bigger than our hands.
Yeah, the antennas are the.
It's feeling.
He's blind. He
Yeah.
can't see.
Okay.
So he uses that thing to touch
Wow.
where he's going.
It's a spider... scorpion spider.
Ya.
Oh, he doesn't like the light.
No.
Sorry.
Moving away now.
Ciao, ciao.
We are crossing the river here, or the little stream. It's a bit of a bank. Yeah. Helen is coming through the water here. Lift up your feet, Helen. It's okay. Yeah. The guys have it easier. They have the long legs.
It's really spooky to walk through the water in the dark. Snakes and all sorts of creepy crawlies are around.
That's a frog we can hear in the bamboo. It's a spider web.
Good fluorescent light in the back.
Yeah.
This is a large
Una
ant
caja muy
nest.
grande.
It's not termites.
Yeah.
Camarones, Amazon camarones. ¿Pueden comer también?
Ya. Es muy bueno.
The Amazonian leaf shrimp lives in very soft and acidic water in blackwater streams and rivers, with large accumulations of foliage at the bottom. It belongs to the large-armed shrimp family, but the Amazon shrimp is smaller, with about 2 to 3 centimetres body length compared to other large-armed shrimp. Their brown to blue-coloured claw arms are not particularly powerful and are not dangerous to fish.
So, this is us looking out today into the wilderness. It's been raining for at least 12 hours. It started last night and is like this for ever since. It's just incredible. We're inside with the lights on because it's so dark and we can't do a thing today, never mind. We're now getting a bit of a puddle in front of our door. But we're so glad we're underneath this roof here. Because our skylight is still leaking. This is the car of the French guys. They can't do a thing today. Duck and Ducky don't mind. They're happy to clean their feathers.
Thank God we fit under the roof here. When it rains, it really pours. And in the open, our skylight probably would leak again. Plus, we can't open any of the doors. We'd be truly suffering inside from the heat and humidity.
I don't know if you can see it, but my glasses are busted as well. We were at the lodge yesterday and I took my glasses off because we wore masks and they were fogging up. And I had them in my hands and Helen and I were talking to Roberto and then Helen made some arm movements accidentally and hit my glasses off my hands and they fell onto the tiles. This is part of our disaster time at the moment in Ecuador. Both of them. This one is slightly chipped over there, but this one is quite a bit chipped. And it's really annoying because I've got it in my field of vision. Never mind, vision. Today it's pissing down with rain and our Hamburg team lost as well at home against Bremen with 2 penalties that shouldn't have been given. So Helen is not amused.
No. But it's supposed to be nice tomorrow. I looked at the weather and it's supposed to be sunny. Can you believe it?
We're going for our jungle walk tomorrow.
Well, we'll get up.
Dry.
We'll get up early, and if it's dry, we'll say, okay, we'll go. Like this.
We just had a major rain and they're cleaning their feathers. So it's 6:15. We're waiting for the boys to come down, the French boys, because we're going on a walk this morning to see the birds. Helen is already up and running. We're waiting for the wellies, the boots. Very sexy woman. Oh, the cat's coming. She's saying hello. Hello, good morning.
Ahorita de mañana es muy lindo caminar porque se los puede ver. Ya más luego no hay nada.
Hola.
1, 2, 3.
Whee! Very, very fast. This is, what's the English word for it, Helen? Mimosa?
Mimosa.
Mimosa. It's closing. This is a tree, the bark. It has a very distinctive smell. And you inhale it by burning and steaming it. It helps against asthma and sinusitis. Beautiful spider web.
The hike is 6 hours long and the path through the jungle goes constantly up and down. It's super slippery and quite exhausting.
Eden has longer legs, so he can come down more easily. Very cool little mushrooms here, like little umbrellas.
Mata palo. Tiene 6,000 años.
This is a
Tiene
tree.
12 metros de ancho.
It's a tree that is 6,000 years old. It's about 30 meters high and
12 meters diameter or wide.
12 meters wide.
I think you can go inside.
Oh, that's the tree where you can climb up.
The matapalo tree's name literally translates as tree killer. It's a parasitic vine that grows around an existing tree and feeds off it until it grows to totally encapsulate the existing tree and essentially takes its place. This one is the oldest tree in Ecuador.
This is the inside of the tree. We're not going to climb it today because it's very wet. You can hear the bats in there. Ah, it's peeking out.
Una noche más.
This is the bat.
Hoy día,
una noche.
mañana otra noche. ¿Y de ahí a dónde? ¿A baño?
No sé, no sé.
This is cork on the... Es una liana, ¿no? Y produce cork. Normalmente es un árbol grande.
Ya, pero también es una liana. Ya.
Okay. We're following it. It goes all the way
Up.
up. Oh, yeah. This is another millipede. It's curled up. I think it's pretty much the same Helen discovered the other day. Yeah, she's doing that really, really well. She's connecting that every strand. Esa parte atrás que produce la fibra, ¿no?
Sí.
Wow. Ooh. Something scared her. You can see it's really like weaving. There's tiny drops on the web humidity. We just picked the cacao fruit. Yeah.
Estas pepas de aquí solamente vamos a...
¿Pepas?
Con esto ponemos a secar en el sol y podemos hacer chocolate. Este rojo.
¿Roco?
Este.
Ajá.
Sí.
Sí, sí.
It's a tiny little centipede.
This is the skin of a snake. You can see the pattern. This is the Río Napo on the top. You can hardly recognize it because it's a grasshopper. Who's missing a leg? The insect is still alive, but it can't get away. This is a liana. Look at these beautiful patterns. This is an omega, and it's electric blue.
I spotted this electric blue ant on the ground.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was a sweet wrapper that someone had dropped and bent down to pick it up.
Het fängt an zu regnen, komm. Warte mal, sie bewegt sich.
Towards the end of the hike, we have to cross the river near the lodge.
No, it's okay. That's not too bad. Helen has a good idea of using the stick. After our 6-hour walk, wasn't it?
6-hour walk.
6-hour walk. Ah, this feels good. And the sun's finally out, which is even better. There goes Helen. The sun's out. The beauty queen.
Ready?
And go. Come with me.
Un momentito,
So, wave into the camera.
Go to our Christmas photo.
That's a good idea. Come on, go a bit closer. Let's see how close we can get. Cuddle.
Oh. Yeah. There's lots of wildlife on the lodge property. Woodpeckers, owls, sparrows and many other birds. It's really the perfect spot to enjoy the sounds of the jungle and relax for a while.
We're going on a boat ride. At the moment it doesn't look like this.
We will not be able to make it.
I know, yeah. We just passed some really loose rocks. I didn't expect that, so we're now in the safer areas. Uh-oh. You have to have four-wheel drive here to get through the... Junia is holding on for dear life. Because the boats are slipping off the back. Well, the sun's shining so far. And we made it to the river somewhere. We're trying to do the hula here. Yeah, that's it. That was at least one turn. So we're going. I think they think we're too old, so we don't have to carry anything but our swimming vests, life vests. Off through the jungle. So we're off. Margot is having fun already. Well, she took a dive after 2 minutes coming down the slope. 2 minutes in. 2 minutes in, but it doesn't matter. So here we are. We're just going to float down the river.
Yeah, because he's just going
How
anyway.
cool is that? And I think Junia is following us.
You want to push?
This is an adventure. We're looking forward to that.
Oh.
We're getting pushed the wrong way. Helen, are you steering?
So
here we are.
Be careful because I'll take a sip. You don't want to go too fast?
No. You can always go across and crisscross. I'm actually quite comfortable now. Are you leaning back as well, or are you sitting straight?
I'm leaning back.
Yeah,
It's
that's pretty
not very
cool.
nice on the
Where are the others? I can't actually see. Oh, there they are. And this is what life looks for me.
Junior doesn't touch us and send us the wrong way.
There's Junior. Hello. ¿Hay cascadas? ¿O rapids?
No, rápido.
¿Rápidos?
Yeah.
¿Muy rápida?
No mucho.
Ok. ¿Peligroso para la cámara o está bien para?
Sí, está bien.
Ok. Go, Margot, go! Go!
I'm going faster than you.
There comes the rescue. Because there is actually a boat coming. I can just sit here and let Helen do the work.
That's okay. I'm doing a great job.
I think so too. I think Helen's enjoying this. So now we're going into the rapids. Oh, oh! I hope we were okay. Oh, do you need me to steer? Oh, Helen, yeah. Yeah, you're doing fine. That's a good steering. Oh, do we need to paddle? Do I need to get my paddle? Oh, oh, oh.
You're supposed to tell me about
I didn't see that.
I can't see that.
I just said you're doing okay, and then we hit the rock. It's very shallow here. He's got the motor right out. How is life on the back seat?
Working hard.
Peaceful here, and the sun's shining. We had a big rainstorm today, just before we left. It's not easy to... Because we've got a bank coming and we need to go around that one on the left-hand side. I'm trusting Helen completely, of course. This is the bank we're going around. Got a bit of a reflection in here. There's the next set of rapids coming. And the guys are heading for the... Oh no, we're all good. We seem to be gently moving along with the current of the river. So peaceful. There's a few rocks in the way. I'm kind of going through it a little sideways. Oh, somebody on the beach.
All four of us are enjoying this 3-hour peaceful activity. We're slightly disappointed though that there's hardly any wildlife to see. No monkeys, only a few birds, and the Río Arajuno doesn't have any caimans or dolphins. Our trip to the Cuyabina Reserve definitely had a lot more to offer in that respect.
Margot is showing us the way. She thinks it's that way. Over there. This is the bridge we actually came over, or drove over when we were heading out to the lodge. We actually saw the boats on the bottom here. I'm not sure if we're getting out this way, but...
Oh, here comes Matt. Hello, Matt. Hello. Haven't seen you for ages.
Matt is doing the 5th gear now. You guys look kind of really comfortable in there. Margot is putting on sun cream now because unexpectedly this it's not an easy thing to do in a going through the tree as well. Excellent. I'll let Helen do all the work. I think we have a lot of space to get through the pylons there. Looks like the locusts are going out. It's a long engine. There's quite some debris that got stuck here on the bridge. There's a kingfisher. We're going very, very slowly now. Maybe they're gonna float. Can you stand? I don't think they can. Maybe she got hot and decided to go for a swim. You know you're gonna end up on YouTube, don't you? I'm not joking. He's complaining. I was just saying, I'm so glad we're not doing the tubing. We would get a bladder infection. And Helen says, I'm going to get a bladder infection because I'm sitting in the wet. Yeah. But you look really cool. That's what a happy woman looks like. Gold medalist. The only British. Oh no, the British are good in rowing.
Yeah, we're really good.
Yeah, it's in their blood. As you can tell. Also good spotter. She just spotted a blue plastic bag.
No, it was the lower spotted Ecuadorian
Plastic. Exactly. The first ever. Unfortunately, there's not much to see here. We think the river is dead. There's no fish in there because there's no birds, no caimans, nothing.
I think it's
polluted.
I think it's polluted.
Yeah, heavily polluted.
Which is everything is gone. There's nothing to see.
Maybe we are wrong. There's a fishing net there and a boat. It's laundry day today. She's waving. I think the kids are doing their own laundry. They're going into for a swim. Margot is still having fun in the water. Hopefully without a bladder infection. It's not that easy to get back in, but Margot is a champ here. Is it? Okay, the sun's out. You can see the rain coming now, although the sun's still shining. God knows which cloud that is.
They seem to be going around.
We're going through some small rapids here. I'm not going to say that Helen's doing well because last time we almost tipped out of the boat. But she's doing really well. Like a pro. Helen is practicing her steering skills. We're going to go right through the gap. Perfect direction. It's like driving in Vinny too. Very well done. There we go. Mind the gap. Big clouds behind us. So we're still floating away. It's peaceful. It's getting beautiful now. We're getting closer to sunset. Looks really peaceful now. It's getting a little rougher here. Do you need my help? Stuck it into the left. Rechts hinten, rechts hinten. We're getting a little sideways here. Die andere Seite. Ja, okay. Safely through. This is getting rougher again. Junior is giving Margot a lift.
I think that's where we're going.
There we go. Maybe that's where we're going out. Help! Help!
Let go.
Ayuda!
We got woken up by the torrential rain at 6 a.m. and it was so loud we couldn't get back to sleep. It's been raining again for hours now, but no big deal for us, because our football team from Hamburg managed to get into the quarter-finals of the German Cup, and we can watch the game live online. It's 2-2 after extra time, and the game went to penalties. Nail-biting. But our goalkeeper saved 3. So we're into the semi-finals. Wow.
Dried cocoa beans. Junior's doing the tour again. We're doing the chocolate tour this morning. So our first job is these are the dried cacao beans, and they dried for 4 days in the sun. Now we're going to roast them in the fire. We're roasting it for 25 minutes. And we've got to turn them.
Ahí ya nos vamos a estar comprando las pastillas, los remedios, estar llamando al doctor.
¿Qué compuestos tiene el chocolate?
So now we're peeling the skin off. It's quite hot, and it leaves the inside of the cacao beans. And if you eat one of them peeled, and you have a stomach ache, within 5 minutes it's gone. So, yeah.
No, para el otro lado.
Ajá.
Ah. Is it hot? Helen is getting into the swing of things. Rápida, 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 más rápida.
Sí, cambia aquí. Aquí sale ahí molido, ya sale más. Por acá.
This is the second time we have to.
O tú, aplástale así. ¿Sí? ¿Está bien?
It's quite difficult. I needed 2 hands just for the first bit, but this is the comes out. Oh, look at that!
You can smell it now.
That is real chocolate. Wow.
So es una
taza de
taza de leche, una cuchara de azúcar y una cuchara de leche condensada. Para todo este.
Sí. 2, 3, 4,
5.
Different.
I like it.
Yummy.
Sí, este toca que hervirlo por el motivo que viene como quiera la baba del cacao, el aceite, como pueden ver aquí en los filos. Sí, la olla estaba muy seca. Sí, esta agua tiene que evaporarse todo.
Okay.
Sí.
There's a little bit of water on this side, but it will evaporate when we boil it. Helen wants to lick out the bowl. We didn't have breakfast yet, so Helen is enjoying this tour. We're going to get some fruit with chocolate, apples dipped in chocolate with Maria biscuits, and also hot chocolate. By the looks of it, we all get our own bowls. We didn't have breakfast. That might have been an excellent thing to do.
Yeah, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to eat it, would we? Oh, this is free breakfast? Well, it's not free, is it?
Homemade chocolate breakfast. So we're fixing our hot chocolate first. It's about 2 spoonfuls.
That's it.
And then puts in 3, of course.
2.5.
So I already had a taste of my hot chocolate. I'm going to put some more chocolate in. It is good, isn't it?
Now it's time for decorating fruit with chocolate.
Might as well put some more on.
Can we take this with us? Can we get the rest of the bowl? So, let's see how the apple with chocolate is.
Ahora, si no lo quiere tomar muy dulce, ahorita le cogí dulce, voy por la leche condensada. Y hay gente que a veces me hace pedir más dulce. Entonces,
Might have to have another hot chocolate then.
si lo quiere tomar dulce, lo toma dulce. Si lo quiere tomar amargo, se lo toma amargo.
Si no lo quiero poner azúcar, sino panela también.
También.
Helen just made herself a chocolate biscuit, chocolate sandwich.
But I think it's going to drip when I...
Y este chocolate, como es puro, tiene otro sabor.
How's that? That looks delicious. We're going to be hyper today with all the chocolate in our bodies, but so now we put the aloe vera, a little bit of water and chocolate in the blender. So now we're doing the face masks. That's pretty good. You probably need it. Is it hot?
It is a bit. So then what? I can't see what I'm doing in the middle. Oh, just get my eyelashes.
Magma, what? Can you feel something?
It's a bit rough.
No mancha.
It's a little rough.
On the neck as well, or just...
Where you want it, you have to wash it off afterwards.
Can I not lick it off? Is he taking our chocolate as well?
I think so.
Scheiße. What's wrong with me? I can't see what I'm doing. No.
You're looking pretty good. Bit more around the mouth, maybe.
I don't know. Much better. I can see what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
I miss this bit.
Herzchen. Herzchen, where's the heart? It's supposed to dry in 15 minutes. We're under the fan now to dry our faces, and then you're just supposed to wash it off with water. And it looks like a monkey, like a Selva monkey.
It's the black and white minstrel show from the 1960s.
Is it?
Yeah, from the 1970s. They're not allowed to do that anymore.
Oh, because okay, yeah, of course.
White people painting their faces black?
Yeah.
No, it's not a good idea. Let's see.
Is it dry? Yeah, it is.
So the chocolate's coming off.
Oh yeah, it's quite oily,
It's very oily. But you're not allowed to use soap. You have to leave the...
Feels oily. The water's just peeling off. Do I look younger?
20 years younger.
Hang on. Works. We're getting ready for another adventure. We're walking to a waterfall with our favorite wellies. And this is the town of Mishiwai. There used to be a bridge and now you have to cross it by boat. They're coming from school.
El papa is acá. That's why you have to... hola.
Ok, listos. Vamos.
You make it?
I made it.
So we're off to the next adventure.
That's why he was racing in the car. Because he has to pick the jigs up.
Yeah. They're hungry, they want to go home.
The bridge to Puerto Misawai was destroyed a number of years ago, but repairs are underway.
Muchos años.
Ok, vamos. ¿Cuánto es? Ya.
Gracias. Margot is already in the swing of things. This is a sabot tree with 24 meters, with a 24-meter base. And I'm not quite sure how high it is, it's not that high. Yoo-hoo! Way to go! Woo!
We're on our way to a waterfall. In dry conditions, it's a 20-minute walk, but we need double the time today because the path is very muddy and extremely slippery. Another beautiful waterfall in Ecuador, and we have 15 minutes to go for a swim. The water is freezing though.
This is this huge spider.
Oh yeah, that's a nice looking one.
This is the other one. Ooh, there's more than one in here.
On our way back, we also go down the water chute.
So she has skid marks on her ass. Doesn't look like it. The last part of the adventure is cleaning our boots. No accidents, just a few scrapes on the arse.
I got a few.
You got a few as well?
Yeah.
That was quite a rough thing, wasn't it?
Need a board. I think it was missing a little bit of water.
It's the first time in 2 years that we're on a bus. Helen and I, we don't dare to sit down because we have wet pants. So we're going back over with the boat.
There was that 90-cent.
Margot and Matt are going out for a meal in Mishawali. We're going back to the lodge, we're hungry. It's kind of nice. It would be nice to drive straight to the lodge, don't you think? There's a beautiful butterfly almost there.
After 7 fun-packed days and nights at the lodge, it's time to move on. We paid $251 in total for our 5 tours, 1 evening meal and 7 nights camping. Well worth it and good value for the money. We thoroughly enjoyed our time here.
There's drying the cacao beans.
On our way back to the main road, we took a detour to see the Swiss lodge, but the road went down to the river and there is no longer a ferry crossing for vehicles here, only for foot passengers.
Very interesting flowers of the tree here. I've seen those before.
In our next video, we visit the most beautiful waterfall in Ecuador, the Pilon del Diablo in Rio Verde. We saw it 20 years ago on our Camuca trip, but the amazing night show wasn't available back then.
How mystical is that? Look at that!